Let's apply for Australia.
No, let's apply for Canada.
Oh, there's super
confusion.
confusion. Hi guys, welcome to our channel. We are
Humpty Dumpty.
Today we will discuss why we chose Canada over Australia. We will be discussing following points. First, what parameters we considered. Second, comparison between Australia and Canada for these parameters. Third, and the most important, what was the final decision that we took. So guys, make sure you watch this video till the end because we feel the points are very important and helpful, and you can also take them as a reference if you are also confused which country to decide, Australia or Canada.
So the first important parameter that we are going to discuss here, the cutoff score for both the countries. Let's talk about Canada. When we started our application process around July 2018, the cutoff for Canada was between 440 and 450.
On the other hand, for Australia, cutoff was 75 points for the occupation that suited our skill set.
Now please note here, these cutoffs are of the time when we started our process, that's around July 2018. Now the cutoffs for both the countries, they have changed. In fact, they have gone up. You will find a link in the description box for the latest cutoffs. The second parameter that we need to discuss here is checking our tentative CRS score. To give you a background, we started our process around July 2018 and I am the primary applicant. My age was 30 at that time. Now our target was to complete the process by December 2018 because I was turning 31 in January 2019. For Canada PR, you start losing 5 points every year once you cross the age of 30. From IELTS perspective, both of us got points for CLB 9. In terms of education, since both of us have masters, so we got some extra points here. So the total score that came out to be for us for Canadian PR was 467.
Let's talk about Australia. For age, Australia gives you same points if you fall within the bracket of 29 to 32 years of age. So age was not a problem for us in case of Australia. Moving on to IELTS, we scored points for the proficient band as per our IELTS score, that was CLB 9. Now from education perspective, Australia does not give you any extra marks for master's degree, hence it did not make any difference for us. So in summary, our total score for Australia was 70 points.
So the third parameter that we need to discuss here is application processing time. For Canadian PR, the average processing time is 6 months.
And for Australia, the average processing time is 8 to 9 months.
So guys, please note here, the average processing time for both the countries has gone up due to the current pandemic situation. In fact, you cannot predict the processing time as of now. The gist here is that the application processing time for Australia has always been higher than that of Canada.
We have put the links of the website where you can check the current processing time in the description box. So if you need any further details, please go and check that out. Now let's talk about the most important parameter, which is cost. When it comes to money, you really have to think through where you are investing your money. Cost for application process for Australia is way more than double if you compare it with Canada. During our time, Canada's application process and visa process was around 2100 Canadian dollars, whereas for Australia it was around 5600 Australian dollars. This does not include the fees for biometrics, IELTS, transcripts, etc.
So considering the above parameters that we discussed just now, the CRS score, cutoff, processing time, cost, Canada was always a better option for us. But she was more inclined towards applying for Australia. The problem was that we were not meeting the Australian PR's cutoff with our current IELTS score. It required us to give another shot at IELTS, but that again would have compromised 2 to 3 months of our time.
Already we were behind the timelines. If we talk about Canada, we had to complete our application process by December 2018. So we did not have time bandwidth to take the risk, appear for IELTS again for Australia. What if we could not get the required score? Hence Canada looked feasible option for us to go ahead.
Another important parameter which we took into our consideration was weather. Now, as we all know that Canada is known for its harsh winters and the temperature can go down to minus 60 degrees Celsius in some provinces.
But for Australia, temperature is moderate with mild summers and moderate winters. Since we love winters, we were all okay and excited to experience Canadian winters as well.
So the next important parameter that we took into our consideration was minimum wage. The minimum wage in Australia has always been higher than Canada. Currently, the minimum wage for Canada is 12.63 Canadian dollars.
And for Australia, the minimum wage is around 19.83 Australian dollars per hour.
So the next important parameter is cost of living. We did an extensive research on this topic and found that cost of living in Canada is approximately 7% cheaper than that of Australia.
And if we go into little bit more details, housing is around 8% cheaper in Canada when you compare it with Australia, and transport is around 10% cheaper in Canada when compared with Australia. For cost of living, we did a lot of research on internet, and these numbers are found from various research and reports published on the internet.
Next parameter is citizenship. This parameter is important for people looking for long-term settlement. Getting a citizenship in Canada has always been easier than Australia.
Let's talk about passport ranking. So if you see, Canada has always been ranked higher when compared to Australia in terms of passport ranking. So if you hold a Canadian passport, then you get visa-free entry into more countries when you compare it with Australia.
So guys, these were the parameters that we took into consideration while doing our analysis. And by now you would have understood that Canada was always more favorable than Australia for us.
And to highlight here, guys, this is our analysis, our study, our research that we did. But things have changed a bit because of this current COVID pandemic situation. So whenever you are deciding, you can think of these parameters and also check on the timelines and deadlines on few parameters before you come to a conclusion that which country you want to choose. For us, like he said, Canada was more favorable and feasible. So we went ahead with Canada, and right now we hold our Canada PR. Also, we will be leaving few important links in the description box of this video for some analysis that you might need to do for yourself. Please go check them out as well. So guys, if you enjoyed watching this video and you got some idea how to choose between Canada and Australia, then please do subscribe to our channel, like our video and share the video with your friends. We will be coming up with more videos based on our experience, what we went through, what stages we went through and what steps we took, and we'll share our experience with you guys. So make sure you're tuned to our channel, subscribe to our channel and like the video as well.
Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.
Bye bye.